the 3-round segment, the knock him down, drag him out. You better make sure that we keep some distance across this table over here because I'm about to bust Josh Fremd up over here. We have 3 rounds brought to you by Fat Ninja Combat Gear. If you are interested in getting yourself an original martial arts inspired outfit, make sure that you go to fatninjacombatgear.com today.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is back in the States training and targeting a fight in April or May. Are you excited to see the return of the Boogie Woman after 2 years away from the octagon?
First off, Danny, I'm going to correct you on that. It's Joanna, the Boogie Woman. Yes, I'm excited. Oh my goodness, dude.
Boogie Woman's coming for you.
I hope it's a good matchup because I don't want to see Joanna lose again because I'm just such a huge fan of her. I'm excited for her to come back. I'm excited to see her get in someone's grill and go out there and just scrap. So yeah, I'm pumped for this.
I certainly am, but it just is in terms of where the division is right now, that timeline doesn't necessarily make the most sense for who she wants to fight. Because Joanna, yeah, she was removed from the rankings just because we haven't seen her since that Fight of the Year performance with Zhang Weili back in March of 2020. But if we're taking a look at where she's at right now, Josh, it's not like they're going to go in, they're going to put her with somebody outside of the top 15. They're not going to go in and just give Joanna a layup in that regard. When she comes back, she's going to be fighting someone.
To fight someone tough, yeah.
And that's also what, to circle back to the interview that Joanna just did with ESPN, she says that's what she wants. She doesn't want to fight somebody that is not to that level because she feels like she is still at that point in her career and her performance to where she can make another run at the championship. Obviously, she asked for the Rose fight, but that's not going to happen, especially coming off of a loss and being 0-2 to Rose. It's just the likelihood of that happening without her burning through everybody else. That's just not likely.
But look, you give my girl a fight, she's going to go out there, she's going to put a stamp on someone's head, and she's going to make another run.
Certainly. And I want to see that Zhang Weili rematch, but Zhang, by her injury return timeline, isn't slated to be back until later in the summer, so it's just going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out there.
Yeah.
The original Ultimate Fighter, Diego the Nightmare Sanchez, recently spoke about his decision to sign with Eagle FC MMA over Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. What are your thoughts?
I think that it was a wise decision overall. I mean, I think that it would have been it would have been a sad tale to see Diego go to Bare Knuckle, personally, especially because he's not a boxer. He's a wrestler. He's an MMA fighter. He's not somebody who is going to excel purely in striking, and especially when you take into account the damage accumulation factor that he's had over the course of his storied and historic Hall of Fame career. That's just not... We know Diego as being a guy who's going to take one to give one, and in Bare Knuckle, if you're taking that many punches like that, you're just going to get cut up and busted open.
Yeah, and he has already so much cartilage that, scar tissue that if he gets cut, it's going to be a bad night. I think that the Eagle FC is a better obvious opportunity because of what you said. He's a wrestler. He's going to try and take you down. He's going to try and ground and pound you. And, you don't have that defense in boxing.
And he's going to get paid fighting Kevin Lee. And, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Kevin Lee hasn't really done a whole lot of noteworthy things aside from the Gillespie knockout in 5 years, 5+ years.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad opportunity matchup wise for him as well to go in and he's not going in there against somebody who's going to spark him. That's I guess the best thing that I should say in that regard. And also, the thing that I think is worth noting is that Bare Knuckle offered him $75K more than Eagle did, but he said in his interview that he just felt like it was a much better opportunity suited for his skill set to go to Eagle.
Yeah.
And also that he didn't want the way that things parted with the UFC to be the final chapter in his MMA career, which I think is fair.
That is very fair. And you also don't want to see another UFC guy go to Bare Knuckle because there's a running joke that a lot of UFC guys go there to die. That's the end of their career. And that's just not something that's not a stigma you want. That's not something you want. So, and that extra money that they're giving him, God, he's smart. You know that's a setup. They know what your skill set is. They just want you to come in. They're going to try and build off your name. That's a smart guy. He might not seem like it in the media, but that's a smart guy. Smart move.
On a lighter note, Logan Paul and Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's an odd couple there, announced that they will be co-promoting a slap fight event. Are you even the slightest bit interested in that?
Jordan, I have one question here, and the only way that will make me even remotely interested in this is Arnold Schwarzenegger slapping Jake Paul, or are they just co-promoting it? I'm sorry, Logan, Jake, whatever.
Yeah, either one.
Either one. Are they getting slapped? Probably not. Then no, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I have zero interest in this.
Get to the chopper.
It's slap fighting has been around for a while as is. I mean, I'll watch the highlights that come through and go viral on Instagram. But aside from that, it is on my list of things that I want to watch or like, oh man, I'm tuning in for this. That is not even a blip on the radar. So, I mean, I think that speaks to both of our interest level in that. You know, this wraps up another hour here on the MMA Plug. We just want to thank you all for tuning in. Danny, do we have anybody guess it right?
Still no texts, unfortunately. So people are missing out.
Nobody this week.
Oh,
Okay.
right,
Well,
all
if
right.
you can hit Josh and I up by the end of tomorrow on social media and let us know what the theme is in case you're someone who tunes into this live stream later on throughout the day and didn't catch us live. You could hit us up on social media. Me, Jordan Kurtz at Comments from the Peanut Gallery, Josh at Josh Fremd MMA. Let us know what the theme is, and we'll make sure that we get you that prize and we get you that shout out here on the air. Also want to dedicate this episode here today to the memory of my little brother, Jacob Allen Kurtz. This week marks 4 years the day since you left us. It never really seems to go away, but I'll see you again someday, little boy. I want to say thank you to our sponsors out there in DenverSportsBetting.com, MyFit Foods, Comments from the Peanut Gallery, Fat Ninja Combat Gear. Want to give a thank you to Danny Bailey behind the glass holding it down for us. And we want to say thank you all once again for tuning in and making it such a pleasure for us to come in here in the studio and deliver this original MMA content every single week. I'm Jordan Kurtz. This is UFC middleweight Josh Fremd. You are listening to the MMA Plug presented to you by DenverSportsBetting.com on 98.1 FM Mile High Sports Radio. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That helps us continue to produce this original MMA content and bring it for you every single week. Tune in to the MMA Plug presented by DenverSportsBetting.com on 98.1 FM Mile High Sports Radio on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m.
or live stream at denversportsbetting.com/radio.